Hey everybody, welcome back to the Half-Blood broadcast. This is the show where we discuss the Percy Jackson TV series coming out right now as book fans. So we're going to be discussing, of course, episode 5, God Buys Us a Cheeseburger. But before we do that, I do have some typical disclaimers. Number one, this will have some book spoilers and also, obviously, spoilers for episode 5. So, just a little warning on that. Plus, I want to prioritize positive reviewing. Like, you can definitely tell me what you didn't like, but also add in things you did like. Like, I don't want to hear all of it was terrible. I hate all of it because that's not anything worth of value to listen to. So, please, like, this is a discussion. I want to hear your thoughts. So just put them down below and we'll have a discussion, okay? Great. Okay, let's talk about how this episode was a little bit of a miss for me. And I will say this is partly because of my own doing, because this was like my most hyped moment that I wanted to see, and it just did not live up to my personal expectations. So I was consequently disappointed a little bit, but there were some really good moments and it was very entertaining. But let's kind of talk about everything that happened and our thoughts about it. Yeah? Cool. So, of course, the whole part of this episode was the gang meeting Ares giving them the quest of finding his shield in Waterland, and them retrieving the shield. So, Ares helps them find a ride to Vegas, right? That's where we're going with this, and that's exactly what happens. I liked the introduction of Ares quite a lot. I think he looks visually great. I mean, he definitely looks like an Ares. I'm scared by him, and I liked how he, kind of casually inserted some like family terms to get the gang understanding that like, oh, like this is a god. Okay, this is Ares, right? Because like, how else can you do that like casually? So I liked how they mentioned that. Aries just looks dope, and I like how they went to the diner, just like the book. Now, the character interactions between the gang and Aries is a little different. I mean, just from my like basic memory of the book, you can tell me if this is wrong, but I felt like Annabeth was and Grover were very respectful of Aries and like every other god in existence because they are scared. Percy is the one who's a little more unsure, unfamiliar with the roles, and he's the one that's kind of like pressuring Aries and like pestering him. So it was interesting how they made Annabeth like also pretty sassy towards Aries. Very different dynamic from the book. I can't say I'm like a hater or an enjoyer of it. I just got to see how this plays out. I think the kind of message that this show's trying to send out is that like, oh, we should be critical of the gods, right? They're not great people. They did that when they changed Medusa's story, and Athena getting mad at St. Louis, and this one, of course, like Annabeth's just kind of not giving Ares the respect that maybe a god thinks he deserves. What I really, really disliked about this episode was Ares making Grover stay as collateral, because that is very, very different from the book, at least based on my memory. Like, I was so excited to see how the team worked together during the Tunnel of Love because, they get trapped in there, of course. And that just, it did not really happen at all. But we'll talk about that. Visually, Waterland looked super cool and abandoned and rustic and awesome. Like, I really liked it. I wish we saw a little bit more of it. It was just like that one scene of them like entering the park. But Annabeth like casually mentions that she's never watched a movie, which is a little strange to me because like wasn't like a huge thing she did as a kid with her dad is like watch documentaries. I could be completely wrong on this, but like I remember her talking about this like later on that she used to watch a lot of documentaries growing up. So I don't know why we're saying that Annabeth's never watched a movie, but I could be wrong. So let's see where that goes in the future, I guess. What's the first movie they're gonna watch together? Right, so it's time to get on to the Tunnel of Love, and I'm already disappointed because Grover is not there, okay? But we see like these wall projections of Hephaestus's life story. It's not at all what I thought about when I was reading the books. Like I expected something more like a abandoned it's a small world type beat, and it was very different from that. So I was just kind of a little like, "Oh, this is it?" Okay. Just a little bit. I thought the throne and Ares' shield looked really cool though. I liked kind of the throne room and just like dude, the tension. Not I'm not even talking like the romantic tension, but like the tension of like their fate and who's going to die soon and like who's going to sit in this chair was really really well done. And of course like this high intense moment, Annabeth slips out seaweed brain for the first time, and I think I heard every Percabeth fan across the world giggle. Me included, okay? Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that they didn't kind of work together. There was no mechanical monsters or spiders coming out to get them. Percy barely used any powers to get them out, and they basically pleaded to Hephaestus to let them out. This was very strange to me, like Hephaestus being there and letting him out or letting them out. It just felt a little lazy. It just felt a little lazy. Like they could have worked together and really found a way like out of this, but they had to be saved by a god. I don't really love that. Right, so they return to Ares and Grover comes back and he's like, "Guys, I actually have information. We have a ride, but I also know a little bit about the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt and who stole it." So, I like how they kind of gave Grover like a purpose because like I was unsure what he was doing talking to Ares, but I guess he was kind of mentally manipulating him. So the gang is almost on their way to Vegas, and I'm very excited for next episode. This is of course the Lotus Casino episode, and we are going to meet Hermes again because we saw him. I forgot about that because he was like there for like 2 seconds. But I have heard some rumors that this might be a musical episode, or at least include a song. It wouldn't surprise me because, of course, the actor of Hermes. But I don't know if I'm for or against it because I don't know. Just like hearing the thoughts like musical episode makes it sound pretty cringe because like Riverdale does that, and that's not a great show at all. So guess we're gonna have to see if there's a musical or not. But I'm very excited to see the Lotus Casino. Um, we have some high intense moments coming up in this season before it's over, and I'm very excited. We have that, and then the 1v1 of Ares and Percy, and of course the whole debacle of like the bolt. So yeah, I'll be back by next week, and we'll talk more about the latest episode. Yeah, stay safe out there, half bloods. Bye.